What if you knew that one sentence, just one, could make her heart beat fast and make her always remember you? Would you still use simple words like "you're hot" or "nice dress"? Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Most men do not know how powerful their words are. They think attraction is all about looks, money, or position. But the real fact is, the way you make her feel is what really makes you different. And here's the important part. One of the most hidden tools you have, a good compliment. Consider this. Have you ever seen a woman's whole mood change just because of something a man said? One sentence said the correct way can change how she sees you, not for a moment, but forever. Today, I'm sharing 8 powerful compliments that go beyond simple flattery. These aren't bad lines that make you look needy. These are deep psychological compliments that start something primal in her mind, making her feel truly seen, respected, and connected to you on a deeper level. And here's the hard fact. If you're using common compliments like confetti, "you look cute," "nice outfit," "you're hot," you're just another man she will forget in her DMs. But if you understand the stoic way to create influence and attraction, the power of holding back, thoughtful words, and how you act, you'll see the real power is not in what you say, but how you say it and what your words make her feel. So if you're ready to improve, stand out from every other guy and be remembered, keep watching. Compliment 1. That scent you're wearing is powerful. It smells amazing. Let's start with something strong. Fragrance. Most guys totally miss this, but if you understand the deeper psychology behind attraction, you'll see something important. A woman's scent is one of the most powerful causes for memory and wanting. Think about it. How many times has a particular smell quickly taken you back to a certain moment? A summer night, a hug from someone you loved, a moment that felt like it stopped in time. That's because scent is directly linked to the brain's limbic system, the part in charge of emotion and memory. So when you compliment a woman's fragrance, you're not just saying, "you smell nice." You're saying, "your existence stays in my mind even after you've left." And that's a very strong thought for any woman. But here's the hard fact. Most guys don't see the small things. They use shallow lines like, "you look nice," or "that dress is cute." But a man who notices how she smells, the feeling her scent carries, and how it quietly changes him, that man is special because he's focused, he's paying attention, and most importantly, he's different. And here's where stoicism comes in. A stoic man understands that words are important. He doesn't speak just to break the silence. He doesn't give compliments around to get attention. Every word he speaks is careful, on purpose, and strong. So when you say, "that fragrance you're wearing is powerful," say it with calm confidence, not noisy need. Say it like you mean it. Say it like a man who knows his value and doesn't need to show anything. And when you do, see her entire posture change. She'll remember that moment, not just that day, but every time she uses that perfume. That's not just science, that's psychological attraction. Compliment number 2. Your smile could light up a whole room. Let's look at this because this one's powerful and most guys do not get the full meaning of it. A smile. It's not just a shape on her face, it's a feeling, it's a wave, it's a force that can change the room the moment she enters. When you tell a woman your smile could light up a whole room, you're not just complimenting her teeth or her lips, you're seeing her effect. You're telling her that her power has meaning, that she can change the mood of a place just by being in it. Think about it. Have you ever been in a room that felt sad, worried, nervous, and alone, and then someone walks in with a real smile and suddenly things feel better? That's not just nice, that's power.
And here's what divides the regular guy from the smart man. The regular guy notices looks. You look good, nice smile, you're pretty. But a stoic, watchful man, he sees more than that. He sees the result that the smile has on the people around her. Because that type of smile, the one that makes people feel calm, the one that feels like a light in a dark room, it's uncommon. And when you point it out, when you say, "you light up a room with your smile," you're telling her, "I don't just see your face, I see what you give to the area you're in." That's not just a compliment, that's seeing her power. Here's the plain, tough truth. Most guys don't even see this. They use simple compliments, too busy with looks to understand the force a woman has. But her smile, it's not just part of her beauty, it's part of her strength. And when you see that, when you value that, you're showing smart feelings that most men do not have. Now, let's link this to stoicism. A stoic man knows the force he brings. He doesn't need to be the noisiest in the room to be the most powerful. He works from being there, purpose, and peaceful control. And when he speaks, when he gives a compliment, it goes deep. So when you notice something small but strong, like her smile, and say it with truth, she'll feel that. She'll feel noticed. And be honest, who wouldn't want to hear that their mere presence can change the room? A woman rarely hears that, and that's why it stays. It's true, it's uncommon, and it's memorable. Compliment number 3. I love how genuine you are. You don't try to be like everyone. You're just you. Let's be very clear for a second. We live in a world full of fakes, not just on the internet, but in everyday life too. Everyone's hiding. Everyone's trying to blend in, to be what others expect them to be. But being real? That's powerful. Now, when you tell a woman, I love how genuine you are, you're not just giving her a kind word. You're approving one of the most difficult, brave choices a person can make today, the choice to be truly themselves. Think about that. While the world likes sameness and hurts truth, she chooses to be real, honest, and true to herself. That's not just nice, that's drawing people in. Because here's the truth most people miss. Women hear compliments about their appearance all the time. You're beautiful, you're sexy, you're stunning. But when a man looks inside, when he says, I respect your realness, that feels different. You're not praising the fake face. You're praising the person inside. You're saying, I see who you actually are, not who you act to be, and that's who I respect. Now, let's go further. Being real isn't always easy. It's not always clean. It can be chaotic, flawed, and even debated, but it's always true. And true will always be stronger than ideal. And from a stoic view, this is great. A stoic man cares about truth, not what's popular. He lives as who he really is, not who the world says he should be. And when he sees that same power in someone else, he honors it. So when you give this compliment, you're not just being nice, you're being sincere. You're saying, you don't need to be different. The actual you is perfect. And believe me, in a world full of fakes, that kind of praise, it is very important. Compliment number 4. I love the way you view the world. It's so different. It really makes me consider. Let's accept it. The world is filled with copies. People living without thought, saying the same old opinions, doing the same things, mixing into a colorless group of sameness. But sometimes you meet someone unique, someone who doesn't just take the world as it is. She dunks it. She ponders deeply. She views things in a new way. And that is drawing people in. When you tell a woman, I love the way you view the world, you're not just saying a fancy line. You're seeing her thoughts, her point of view, her special way of understanding life, not through what's common, but through what's private and important. You're telling her, I appreciate how your brain works. Your ideas are important to me. Your outlook on the world motivates me. In a society filled with filters, looks, and following others, that kind of praise is unusual, and that's why it has such impact. Here's the truth. Most guys only notice what's outside her looks, her clothes, her style. But the second you notice what's in her, how she sees the world, how she understands disorder, how she finds meaning, you raise the talk from simple attraction to something deep. You let her know, I'm not just interested in how you look, I'm motivated by how you think. That changes everything, because now she sees you not as just another guy who wants her, but as a man who's truly interested in her views, a man who's excited by her intelligence. Now, let's join this to Stoicism. The Stoic man doesn't go with the crowd. He asks why. He thinks. He values clear thought, deep understanding, and the courage to question what's normal. So when you give this compliment, you're matching that same idea. You're respecting her sight, her courage to think independently, her deep thought in a world full of empty sound. Before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more content that unlocks the secrets of the manipulated mind and helps you build real attraction. Stay until the end for the most powerful compliments that create unforgettable connections.
And here's the greatest part. When you say, "The way you see the world really makes me consider," you're not just praising her, you're asking her to keep sharing her thoughts with you, to be honest, to say more, to explore further. You're creating close feelings without even touching her because you're connecting where it counts most, in the mind. And believe me, that's the sort of compliment that remains with her, not just for a day, but for years.
And here's the greatest part. When you say, "The way you see the world really makes me consider," you're not just praising her, you're asking her to keep sharing her thoughts with you, to be honest, to say more, to explore further. You're creating close feelings without even touching her because you're connecting where it counts most, in the mind. And believe me, that's the sort of compliment that remains with her, not just for a day, but for years. Because in a world where most men follow beauty, you decided to respect deep thought. And that, my friend, is the gap between being easily forgotten and being truly memorable. Compliment number 5. I love your vibe. It's catching. It makes me want to be the greatest version of myself. Let's talk about something most people fail to grasp. Vibe is key. You've experienced it. Those people who sap you the moment they come into a room. You can't really explain it, but something about their aura is weighty, bad, tiring. And then there's the other side, that person who brightens the space, who doesn't just come into the room, they improve it. That's the woman you're talking about now. When you tell her, "Your vibe makes me want to be improved," you're giving her one of the top forms of praise. You're saying, "You motivate improvement. You light something in me. You make me want to do better." And that's stronger than calling her hot will ever be. Here's the raw truth. Life is brief. And if you're focused on living completely, you can't be with people who sap you. You need people who propel you ahead, who fire up your goals, who keep you responsible simply by the way they act. And when a woman brings that kind of brightness, that kind of power, you tell her clearly. From a Stoic view, this is key. The Stoic man cares about improvement. He keeps himself with those who improve him, who test him, who push him out of ease into greatness. So when you give her this compliment, you're not just liking her mood, you're respecting her effect. She's not just enjoyable to be around. She's someone who increases your ability. That's not empty praise, that's deep honor. Because her being there doesn't just touch you in your feelings, it changes your path. So say it and believe it. I love your vibe. It makes me want to be the greatest version of myself. Because when a woman hears that, she knows she's not just wanted, she's respected, and that changes everything. Compliment number 6. You're truly one of the most caring people I've ever met. You really think about others, and it is obvious. Let's be honest. In a world full of noisy self-praise, false images, and fake kindness, real care is uncommon. Everyone's trying to appear good, but few are actually good. So when you tell a woman, "You're one of the most caring people I've ever met," you're cutting past the distractions and seeing something that most people miss. You're not just complimenting what she does, you're complimenting who she is. You're seeing the small things, how she recalls details from old conversations, how she asks how you are when she doesn't have to, how she makes an effort to make someone feel noticed, listened to, and important. And that, my friend, is who she is. It's easy to be attractive, it's easy to be clever, but it's uncommon to be truly kind. Most guys are so fixed on attraction, they miss what truly makes connection. Goodness. Caring people offer, they support, they guard the feeling in a room. They don't just use space, they fill it. And when you see that, when you tell her it is obvious, you're saying, "I see your core, I see your work, I see your kindness." That's a compliment that goes to her center. Now let's use the Stoic view. The Stoics trusted in goodness over looks. They taught that who you are, not smooth talk, is the base of a good life. So when you compliment her for being caring, you're not just making her feel thanked. You're agreeing with the thinking that says goodness is power, understanding is smart, and true value comes from what we offer, not what we get. You're not praising what she shows the world. You're honoring what she offers to it. And believe me, she'll never forget the man who noticed that in her. Compliment number 7. I love how focused you are. Your sense of goal is truly motivating. Let's talk about focus, the passion that divides those who drift from those who build. In today's world of easy ways, interruptions, and quick rewards, finding someone with real determination is like finding treasure. So when you say, I love how focused you are, you're not just cheering her up, you're respecting her goal. You're telling her, I see your hard work. I honor your long hours. I know what it takes to follow something greater. That's not empty praise. That's acknowledgement. You're not just seeing her work. You're saying, I respect your attitude. And here's what makes that so powerful. Focused people aren't looking for praise. They're too busy creating. So when you see their passion, it is huge, especially to a woman who's always told to calm down, to relax, to conform. When you say, your goal motivates me, you're not just helping her self-esteem, you're joining her dream. Now let's talk stoicism. The Stoic man knows that life is short and lost time is the biggest waste. He doesn't hope for success to come to him. He starts every day with purpose, just like her. So when you see her determination, you're not just seeing a dreamer, you're seeing a similar soul.
And in a world full of noise and people who give up easily, you're telling her, you're special, you're determined, and I truly respect that. And that's a compliment that lasts because it reaches something far more important than looks. It respects her purpose. Compliment number 8. You have this amazing skill of making people feel at ease and really important. Let's talk about something very strong, emotional intelligence. That silent strength that can't be pretended. The power to make someone feel noticed, secure, and thanked just by having you near. Some people enter a room and demand looks, but a special few enter and build bonds. When you tell a woman you make people feel really important, you're talking to her heart, because that's not about looks. That's not about smooth talk. That's about being there. She doesn't need to talk a lot. She doesn't need to put on a show. She just exists, and others feel improved because of it. That is a treasure, and when you see that, you're not just complimenting her people skills, you're praising her power to help, to join, to make others feel they count in a world where most people feel unseen. Now here's the hard truth. Most people don't know how to be there for others. They're too lost in their own doubts, too focused on showing off to give real care. But her, she's not the same. She senses people. She changes. She hears. She helps. And when you say you have this amazing skill of making others feel at ease, you're telling her your very being is healing. From a Stoic view, this is one of the best qualities. The Stoics told us to live with care, attention, and aim, to join with others without criticism, to listen before we talk. And when you compliment a woman for being emotionally intelligent, you're noticing something that's growing more scarce: true class. And that is always remembered. And there you have it, 8 strong compliments that go far beyond shallow praise. These aren't just words, they're paths to stronger bonds, shared respect, and powerful attraction. Because a woman might forget your exact words, but she will never forget how you made her feel. If you learn from these compliments, get ready for what's next. Watch the video appearing on your screen. Every woman will notice these 7 good morning texts. You must see this one. And remember to like, subscribe, and write a comment below. Type "words have power and I know how to use them." Do it. Let's see who's truly watching. Because we're not here to be ordinary. We're here to master building bonds, one careful word at a time.